Back in Flagstaff, Arizona, the Elite Amateur Fight League on center stage with the Apollos and the New Mexico Predators. Time to move on to fight number 2 between the home state favorite, Arizona's Braden Goodwin, and New Mexico's Ambrose Vigil from Albuquerque's famed Jackson Wink Academy.
My name is Ambrose Vigil. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I train at Jackson Wink Academy. And to be, picked to represent the 125ers and the state of New Mexico, that's a pretty big deal to me, So to be able to fight guys in other states and see what they have to offer is a really exciting opportunity. Expect fireworks, I feel like kickboxing is one of my strengths. I'm always looking for the finish. I'm not trying to ease out any decisions or anything like that. So Braden, I have nothing but respect for you. I know you're one of the top guys out in Arizona, so let's just put on a great show for the fans, man, and the best of luck to you.
Vigil looks and sounds confident, and here comes Arizona's Braden Goodwin. He's an MMA lab product, and tonight they brought out the big guns. And he's being cornered by former UFC champ Benson Henderson.
Let's hear what Goodwin had to say about this EAFL matchup.
All right, my name is Braden Goodwin. I'm from Queen Creek, Arizona. Training at the MMA lab has been great. They've helped me improve my game so much. I feel so confident and ready to take on anyone. I'm straight out of guys to fight in Arizona, so it's time to beat up the guys from other states. It's time to get out there and show what I could do. Ambrose Vigil, you shouldn't have got in my way, man. Shouldn't came to my state. I'm gonna finish you, and that's all there is to it.
Two guys from two of the best gyms in the country looking to prove themselves, looking like they're evenly matched with the fighter skin tail of the tape. Standing across the cage from one another, Vigil and Goodwin.
Both these guys are prepared because they're coming out of, great camps. Ooh, there we go by Goodwin establishing control early. He's coming out swinging.
After saying he's going to finish him, he needs to. He's an impressive local fighter, coached by John Crouch with Benson Henderson. A lot of guys in there for him to spar with too, like Drakkar Klose, UFC fighter. As you know, Frankie, no shortage of good teammates and quality people at the MMA lab. And of course at Jackson Wink as well for Vigil. These two guys very evenly matched coming in. This is a fight that I was really looking forward to with these two.
He just wants to establish cage control here. He's pressing a lot, moving forward. With a great camp, like the MMA lab, you're going to get good partners every day. They match you up against guys that are like your opponent. So he seems here, he's sitting, moving, good level changes, nice feints. It's kind of moving without moving.
Second fight in a row where we have Orthodox against Southpaw to start it up, so a little bit of contrast in styles. I know that makes it a little bit more difficult for the fighters.
Yeah, it's just about hiding, hiding your strikes, mixing it up with the level changes and the movement.
These two guys wasting no time here tonight in round number 1. And so much on the line, and not only just state versus state, team versus team, moving on in the Elite Amateur Fight League tournament, gym against gym, bragging rights, so many things. But for the fighters as individuals, being a part of a team is one thing, being a part of a gym is another. But when that door is locked and it's just man against man in there, there's something about that primal instinct that you have, man against man, and your pride's on the line.
Pride goes a lot into it. A lot of these, you get tested every fight. Guys get dropped, and some guys get up, some guys don't, and that's just the fight game, and a lot of it, you find that out in the gym, and these guys both coming out of good gyms, they want it, they want to take their level, or their career to the next level, so they're in there training with the best guys in the world.
Both of them showing some diversity here early on, and nobody landing anything heavy just yet in this matchup. Our second one, remember there's no score after the no contest in the opening bout, where Nick Alwag was hit with a low blow. Jake Tanaka. Sorry, Frankie.
Goodwin's just trying to establish his control. A lot of two-punch combos, a lot of 1-2s, a lot of hook 2s, a lot of level changes, a lot of feints. Let's see if he tries to mix in a takedown here or there.
The Arizona crowd liking the action they're seeing in the cage so far, with both fighters very busy at the start of this fight.
Right now he's just looking like he wants to stand and box.
Both guys come from gyms that are pretty proficient with wrestling. Obviously the MMA lab with John Crouch and Benson Henderson, primarily known for their jiu-jitsu. And when you're thinking about Jackson Wink and Albuquerque, New Mexico, they're a striking gym first and foremost, but both gyms have outstanding wrestling. And John Jones, as good a wrestler as you're going to find, same as Benson Henderson.
Braden Goodwin's game plan is simple. Level changes, short combos, 1-2s, hooks 2s, 2s to the body. Level changes, keep it simple. That's what wins. With Vigil, I'd like him to establish a little more cage control, go a little more forward. He's just going backwards the whole time. The refs are seeing this. So right now I feel, Goodwin's up 1-0 on Vigil.
Yeah, and we thought coming in that Goodwin was maybe Team Arizona's best fighter. Very skilled coming out of the MMA lab. Good first round, though, between these two guys. A lot of action as we get set for round number 2. Take a look at Braden Goodwin there at the top of your screen. Ambrose Vigil on the bottom. Arizona and New Mexico's second fight of the night, still scoreless in this EAFL semifinal. From the hills of northern Arizona, Jim Grieshaber, UFC bantamweight Frankie Saenz. As we get it going with round number 2, Frankie, they pick up right where they left off. A lot of action to start this second round.
Looks like a lot more of the same. Level changes. I like Vigil's coming out to fight, though. The coaches, talking with the coaches, he's a tough kid. Comes from a rough neighborhood, but, he comes to the gym every day and just loves to fight.
You can see, though, Goodwin, at least to me, clearly the more skilled fighter at this stage of their careers.
Yeah, Goodwin looks, he looks like he's ready to fight and ready to go. These guys haven't prepared. They had Benson Henderson come out. Yatsine Mesa's a very underrated coach here in the professional ranks. He was a great fighter, fought UFC, fought Bellator, and a lot of guys praise him over at the lab.
A lot of really good fighters over there with Alex Caceres, Bruce Leroy over there as well. Mentioned Jakar Close a little bit earlier. The up-and-comer Sugar Sean O'Malley at the MMA lab.
He's starting to add those kicks in here a little bit. He's starting to open up. He's starting to go from 1-2 punch combos, starting to add a kick at the end here. But look at Vigil here, though, pushing the pace. Goodwin needs to get off the cage and start going back forward. That's when he's best.
A whole lot of effort expended by both fighters. A lot of shots being thrown, nothing really landing, and nothing heavy. Not a lot of significant strikes. Goodwin pushing forward there, caught him with the leg kick.
It would be nice if Vigil would, try to set up a takedown or something on the way in. One of these guys, I want to see something on the ground. These guys just want to stand and bang. But right now, you want to take control of this fight. Let's get a takedown.
Goodwin nice with the level changes, too. And that's pretty nice there by Goodwin as he shifts his weight and throws Vigil into the cage. Vigil with the reversal, though. Now he's going after that leg. Maybe he heard you going for a single leg, but he pops back up, going into the fence with the clench as they come off.
A lot with that clinch with the takedown, like Vigil just, his head was too far away from Goodwin's body. You got to keep that head nice and tight so you got your hips underneath you, so you can establish some kind of control with your head to the outside. You're just not going to get that takedown.
Oh, and I don't think he's going to get or have much success taking Goodwin down. Goodwin, very good takedown defense, very good on the ground as well with his jiu-jitsu, and I think that's not where Vigil wants this fight. He's going to try to win it standing up, but Goodwin getting very aggressive now, throwing a lot of shots, leading with that right, that jab.
Perfect time to time this takedown. You get a guy coming forward, slinging punches, really, nice kick to the body. He's still going low and high, changing up, a lot of level changes. Every coach will love to tell you, hey, I want you guys moving around, I want level changes.
End of round number 2 as the left connects from Braden Goodwin. One more to come, Frankie. Action-packed both rounds, but so far really no clear-cut favorite in this fight. Both fighters have been active, but no damage really been done so far.
There was some glimpses of Vigil just kind of coming forward and really throwing, but I think, Goodwin got another round there, just better pushing the pace, landing those combinations, landed a kick there at the end of the round. I think he, established that round.
Third and final round about to get underway. Anybody's fight. Ambrose Vigil from Team New Mexico, Braden Goodwin, Team Arizona, still scoreless with a berth on the finals in the line. Jim Grieshaber along with Frankie Saenz, and Frankie, anybody's fight at this point.
Yeah, if I'm in either of these guys' corner, I'm saying takedown. Hey, we need to get a takedown. Let's establish this round. Let's win this round, and let's go out with a bang.
For sure, and Braden Goodwin cornered by Benson Henderson and Team New Mexico, coached by Joey Villaseñor. Two very experienced coaches. They've been in a lot of these wars themselves as fighters and as coaches, so that they know what to say to these fighters. But a very important fight here, with one of them already being ruled a no contest. Both teams need these points.
Yeah, Goodwin looks like he's doing more of the same, just pushing that pace, going forward, level changes, mixing it up. With this righty-lefty combo here, you know, it's kind of the guy who wins with the foot outside. You know, you want to be outside of that opponent. That way you can land those right hands or left hands right down the middle.
The left getting really close for Braden Goodwin. That overhand left coming across has very, very nearly landed several times, and Vigil better watch out. He's been quick enough to get out of the way throughout most of this fight, but he's getting a little bit sloppy here in round number 3.
Yeah, I'm liking those teeps to the body Vigil's throwing. You know, he's really got to keep going forward. I'm sure his coach were yelling at him out there in the middle of the round. Said, hey, man, if you want this, you got to push this pace. You got to go forward. You got to get a takedown. I'm sure they're saying they need to finish this round.
He is definitely being more aggressive up against that cage in the clinch, just throwing a knee there, trying to work and get that inside trip on Goodwin, but Goodwin not having it so strong with those legs, Frankie.
Yeah, Vigil's really pushing the pace, going forward. Goodwin looks like he's tiring a little bit. You know, if Vigil wants to keep going forward, you know, to win this fight, I mean, that's what he has to do to win this fight. Really push that pace, put it all on the line. You got 3 minutes here, buddy.
Couple of shots landing there from Goodwin. Just throws that kick for purpose. Again, Goodwin in the maroon trunks and the dark trunks with the green. Team New Mexico and Ambrose Vigil. Very impressive, though. Goodwin has a little bit more experience there. Again, he's close with that left. But still, this round looking a lot like the first 2 rounds. Nobody really doing much to try to get this fight to the ground. They're doing more in the clinch this round, as now Goodwin taking Vigil up against the cage.
And Goodwin just established this earlier in the fight. You know, level changes, going that 2 right to the body, you know, and really wearing him out. You know, Vigil couldn't find a way in. You know, Goodwin just established this control and really just pushed the pace of this fight.
Looking for that takedown, though, as Goodwin wants to take Vigil down to the mat. And you have to think at this stage of the fight, whoever could score a takedown would be in a real good position to get that win and the points for their team. As it's anybody's fight, as we approach the 10-second mark, Vigil and Goodwin looking to get their team on the board first in this matchup.
Let's see Vigil here, throwing kicks, going for broke, trying to finish this round with a bang.
Both fighters with the flurry, kicks and punches as we approach the end of the fight, and there it is. Goodwin and Vigil putting on a show for the fans here in Arizona tonight.
Yes, they did, Jim. You know, very evenly matched. You know, 2 fighters coming out of great camps. I think Braden Goodwin did enough. You know, I love the level changes early.
We go to the Fighter Skin fight highlights, reminding fighters to be your brand with Fighter Skin. Solid performance, Frankie, by both fighters. Vigil did everything he could, but in the end, I think maybe just too much Braden Goodwin.
Control and pace, you know, was a key to victory in this fight, I think, you know, with Braden Goodwin. Just landing these combinations. And real, nothing fancy, just quick combos, double jab there. You know, just establishing that control, establishing that rhythm. Nice leg kick, you know, followed by that fake knee. But Vigil wouldn't quit. You know, Vigil pushing forward, landing that hook. Vigil trying to land those right body kicks, right head kicks. You know, this kid had a lot of heart. You know, this is the end of the fight, really just pushing forward, trying to make something happen. But in the end, just wasn't able to. It's time to send it into the cage for the official announcement with my play-by-play partner, Jim Greasehopper.
Judge number 1, Andrew Thompson, scores at 30-27. Judges number 2 and 3, Greg Cox and Tom Bauer, scoring 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting out of the blue corner.
With that unanimous decision, Braden Goodwin moves the Arizona Apollos into a 4-0 lead over the visiting New Mexico Predators. We'll be right back after the break.
MMA's national amateur platform has arrived, and it's called the Elite Amateur Fight League.